Good morning, everyone. I'm Teresa Marsh from Sassy Stamping with Teresa, coming to you from Newbern, North Carolina. It's a sunny 53 degrees here at the moment. Started out very cold this morning, at least for North Carolina. But we're doing better. As you can see, I'm kind of snuggled into a sweatshirt this morning to stay cozy, but it's going to warm right up. It's going to warm right up. So today we're going to be working with the Storybook Moments Suite of products, and we're going to make a baby card, a welcome baby card. But first, before we do that, let me share with you some of the specials that are going on right now. Right now, we do have a special release of paper that is papers that we have seen before, but they're in fresh colors. So when you go onto the website, be sure to check out the special release papers. We've got Refreshed Beauty, Serene Love, and Shades and Hues, which is a 6x6 paper. So you can see they're very different than the original ones. So those are special release. Another thing special right now, for those of you who like to get the best deal possible, we have an enrollment special for those who might be interested in Stampin' Up! On a regular basis. The best deal that Stampin' Up! Ever has is the starter kit. Starter kit's only $99. But you get at least $125 worth of product that you get to choose yourself. So right now we have a very extra special going on where you have two options to add to that. You can have not only choose your $125 worth of product, but you can also choose option 1 or option 2, which is option 1 is choosing 2 sets of Stampin' Right markers and with stamp set. Or option 2 is you can choose an additional $30 in free products. So you could have, for $99, you could have up to $155 worth of products of your choice. So that's your best deal as far as deals are concerned. Now, on with the real fun. As I said, today we're going to be working with the items from the mini catalog. Okay. So on page 25, we have Storybook Moments. All of this and all of this is included in the suite. Now today, we're going to be using the Storybook Friends Bundle right here. The stamps and the die set. And we're going to be using a bit of this paper. If you don't have a mini catalog and would like to get one and don't have a demonstrator, please drop me a note at Teresa at sassystampingwiththeresa.com, so I'll be glad to, so I can get one to you in a timely manner. Okay? Excuse me. Now, I believe, I could be wrong, but I was thinking that I had shown the papers before. So let's take a look. Maybe I haven't. Let's take a look at these papers. I've cut in some of it, so let's see what we can do about sharing all the paper with you. I don't know. Okay. So here's the first paper. This is the front. I think of it as the front. Look at those. Those cute bunnies and everything. That's so cool. See? Same paper. And this is the opposite side. One of the things, was it this sheet? No, not this sheet, but some of the sheets, you'll find that we can cut out some of the figures using the. I bet you it is this sheet, some of it. Hold on a minute. I bet we could cut that bunny right there out with some of the dies. Let me look. Here's that little bunny die. Yes. That little seated bunny we could cut out with one of the dies. I love it when they put, look, there's a dark one, and here's a lighter brown one. So we could choose, different color bunnies. That's cool. Okay, I'm easily distracted. Can you tell? Our second sheet, the figures are like this. I think these, I'm not familiar with this little animal. I think it's a chipmunk. Let me know if I've got it wrong. I know you'll let me know. And the flip side of that is this right here. And this is the paper I want to use today. This is the paper I want to use today. So I'm going to put it over here where I can find it easily. Now this next one is also, it's all gardening and things like that. It's so cool. This is the garden side. Maybe side A if you call it that. And this is the other side. Little country cottages, storybook cottages. That's kind of cool. Now this page is also really cool. This is the one where you get to cut different things to use as focal points on cards if you want to. Or you can turn it over and use this as a background sheet. I love the way it's got the different tones of the greens underneath that print. That makes it very interesting. And if you're particularly into the gardening side of things, Storybook Garden, there you go. With a background paper, another vintage wallpapers, the way I think of these kinds of prints, and it goes with the storybook theme. It's really kind of cool the way they've done that. Of course, you get right down to it, they've had a little bit of practice. They're pretty good at putting together what works together, aren't they? At stamping up. And of course, like I said, we're going to be using the Storybook Bundle, Storybook Friends Bundle. This is the little bunny that we can stamp out, which we're going to do, and that we found that one of the dies works. And we may find that some of the other dies work on some of the other pieces of printed paper. But I think it's really cool because you've got a large male. We can tell he's a male because he has a bow tie on. Bunny rabbit and a female bunny rabbit. We know it's a female because she's wearing a dress. And then we have smaller rabbits. These two are gardening rabbits because this one's got a cabbage and this one's got a, I guess that's a turnip or a beet. Probably a beet. And then you've got these two chipmunks here with flowers in their hand or berries in their basket. What is this one? Do you know what animal that's supposed to be? Honestly, I don't know. I had to guess at the chipmunk. But anyway. Not getting any help. All right. Badger? I don't think it's porcupine because that wouldn't work for the theme. Maybe badger. I don't know. But anyway, Storybook Friends. Little cartoon animals. Cool. Okay. Like I said, today we're going to be using this particular paper. The background of this paper is mostly kin to Pool Party. Well, no, it's not. As I look at it right now, no, it's not. The whole paper is Lost Lagoon. It's just different depths of color of Lost Lagoon. So I think I'm going to use Lost Lagoon with this. See? You're helping me even when you're not speaking with me and sharing. Okay, to make the card I want to make today, I need I'm going to cut a strip that's 4 inches. That's always a good way to start when you're cutting a piece of designer series paper, because 4 inches is a 4-inch strip is always quite easy to use. But I do want this piece to be just a touch. Let's see. What do I want this piece to be? I want this piece to be 5 1/4 times 4. All right. And I want this piece to be, look, I've got everything all twirled around here. Let's see. Full size would be 5 1/2. Wait a minute. How wide is this? Okay, I see. This is already the right size. This is 5 3/8 times, let's see, 4 1/4 would be full size, so I want it just 1/8 lower. All right, let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, that didn't cut very well. Yes, it did. Let me do this. Looks like I need to put a new blade, huh? Okay. Let's clean that up. I don't know what happened to my blade. I've been doing too much plating, I guess. Fortunately, you can order new blades, so that's good. That part's good. We're going to use a white base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to turn it this way so that it's going to open that like that. Open at the top, but in landscape orientation. And what I want to do is I want to have this at the bottom with just a little bit of a white outline, but then I just want a little bit of this down underneath. So I think I'm going to cut this in half. Let's see this. This is going to work a little bit better. So instead of 4, I'm going to make this 2 inches. Let's try this again. Okay. I was just in a hurry before I started this. All right. So we're going to have this just a smidge, and we can take it in just a little bit to give it just a little bit of that darker border, that lost lagoon border. I could have made them both the exact same width, but I didn't. So that's what we're going to do for the background. Now for the foreground, let me show you one of the things I wanted to do. We have some white. We have some white, basic white paper here with this beautiful die. Look at that, how intricate that is. This beautiful die, which will cut both the frame and the oval. And this cute die, this is just an example. This is, I wanted to show you. You could do that if you wanted to. But anyway, instead of running that through here, because I always make such a production and a mess, through the magic of television, I've already done that. And there we have it. I guess it's a matter of which way you want to orient it. It's different on each end. So I guess if you wanted to like put a ribbon on it or something like that, that would go through there. So anyway. So we're going to put this in the middle. And I've also stamped out some circles from the Stylish Shapes dies. And we're going to put those on either side with something in them. And I think that is the 1, 2, third from the smallest of the dies from the spiral shapes. And we got something special for this one. All right. So this one we're going to stamp on. So cross your fingers. Let's hope I can get this right. Let's get a little bit more contrast going here. There. You can see that better, can't you? Now, what I want to do here is stamp one of the smaller bunnies. Now, I was playing around with that before with different colors on the circles. And I stamped it with Memento, Black Tuxedo Memento there. And this one was just way light with, I think that's gray granite. And then I stamped it here with Pebbled Paths to compare the three, to see how much definition I wanted. And looking at it, I think I like the Memento the best. Seems the crispest. That might have been how I was stamping though. But anyway, we're going to go with the Memento. And I have my bunny on this D block. I like the D block acrylic block. It's my favorite size. It's just easy for me to handle. Even if I have a tiny-ish. Even if I have a tiny-ish element. There we go. And we're going to put him right there. Oh, I like that. That came out nice and crisp. I like that. I like that. I like that. And Memento going away. So he's going to go in the middle of our card. And then we've got a couple of side pieces. I'm going to stamp those using Lost Lagoon. The first one I'm going to stamp with Welcome Little One. Okay. And the next one with Somebody Loves You. I think that's so cute. Sorry about the phone. It's going to ring through until it gets gone. Anyway, there's the Somebody Loves You and Welcome Little One. Okay. Now we'll put this together. And I'll show you how I pictured it all coming together. Okay. One of the things I want to do before I put it together is color this bunny just a smidgen. We're going to put a little bit of color on this bunny. We're going to take our light smoky slate and just add a little bit of shading to him. Just the places where a shadow might occur. In creases and underneath and things like that. Let's see. Maybe a little bit of extra shading on the curve of his body there. A little shading on the back of the ear right there. Doesn't take much. Okay. Now I'm going to just lighten up his ears just a smidgen with Petal Pink Light. And I'm going to put just a smidgen of Petal Pink Light on his little nose. I'm saying his. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but he can be whoever I want, right? Now, I'm going to take this Lost Lagoon. This is almost scary. I'm going to take a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to take this Lost Lagoon and this this right here. And I'm just going to lightly add some definition to the shape of this. I tried using, on my trial one, I tried using the blending brushes, and I decided I'm just not very adept at the blending brushes yet to get the effect I want. You could use blending brushes, don't get me wrong, it would work fine. But I ended up with too many big chunks of ink. I've got a little bit of that going on here, where sometimes I had too fresh of an ink or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted it to go next to the white without, but yet have some definition of what was the oval and what was the frame. In fact, I'm going to make it just a little bit darker, just for grins and giggles here. Not any deeper in, but a little richer. Okay. Okie dokie. That phone call earlier that came through is a person who calls me most every day, and they forgot that I was going to be online. I do a lot of getting on the phone with folks. Not visiting, but trying to help them think through things and stuff like that. I like to do that. I like to help people. This particular person calls and talks about what they learned in church and asks questions about the things they learned in church and stuff like that. It's kind of nice to have that kind of person to talk to, because we can get all tangled up sometimes in our thinking when we're trying to figure out God stuff all by ourselves. And I like having other people to bounce God stuff off of. I don't want to go off on a just me tangent. I want to really understand. So there's so many different messages out there about God. And it can be hard to figure out who's telling the truth and who's telling what they think is the truth. And I guess there's some out there that are just plumb lying on purpose. But anyway, hopefully I don't have any of those in my friends group. We might get it wrong, but our hearts are in the right place, right? Okay. All right. Now, we're going to welcome this little one with style. Now, this is Lost Lagoon. So it's kind of a green blue. I suppose most folks would use it, if they were going to use it for a baby card, they would use it for a boy. But it's up to you. You can use whatever you want. Anyway, we are using, as I said, we're using the Storybook Friends Bundle. And this die is part of that bundle. I love it. Okay, let me put this so it's, okay, that's 5.5. So that's the center. That'll help me get that aimed right. Now, you may have watched me do this before, but I take that off. I take my reverse tweezers, my Brand X reverse tweezers, to hold things like this, because once I get glue on them, I can get so clumsy. But I'm just going to put glue on some of the key places around. If I were to try to do glue all the way around this oval, I would get it all over the place. But I'm just touching at some of the places that I think it really would have a tendency to lift if I didn't. And this particular item I got on Amazon, and I got it because I can get overly heavy-handed with glue. Okay. Now I want it centered everywhere. All right. Now let me hold that down for just a moment. Let it attach itself. There we go. All right. Now this bunny, this little bunny is going to go in the middle, but he's going to be popped up. Hold on a second. Let me put the lid on that glue because it's got that needle applicator. And if I don't get the lid on it, it could dry in that needle. I want my big. There we go. I want some of my big dimensionals. Those were mini dimensionals. Okay. That's overkill on the dimensionals, but that way I know it's even and it'll be supported evenly. You take the backings off. Just you take the little backings off like that. And for ease of placement purposes, once again, I'm going to use mine. Okay, there. Now you can see the definition, that little bit of that little bit of ink around the edges has given that inside that frame. I love that. I love that. Now we're going to put the side ones on. Very even. That's okay. Take these two off. Can you hear that dog whimpering under my desk? You're not going to believe what it is. That dog is whimpering under my desk because I had. Yes, good morning, friend. That dog is whimpering under my desk because I have the dishwasher on, and he thinks it's going to eat him. This is Somebody Loves You. And this one says, welcome, little one. Whoop. Let's see if I can get it. I got a little clumsy there, dropped it. All right. Welcome, little one. Now, I'll be honest, I got this. I got this. Oh, I have an echo? All right, hold on a minute. Is that better? Is that better, Yvonne? No, that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that. There we go. Is that better? Okay. All right. Thank you. I got this idea, this concept from a card sketch from Dawn Griffith this week. She does a card sketch most every week, and I got the idea sprung from that. Now I got a couple of pieces off of this this pack of paper has some punch outs, some die cuts, if you will, that can go with it. And I chose these two out of that because the colors went so well, but I'm not sure where or if I want to use them. I could put them here, but they're both, you know, the same curve. So color-wise, they do well, but curve-wise, maybe not. I don't think so. I don't think I like those up there. But obviously, they'll go really well with Lost Lagoon. Now, one of the things that's in this suite that I did not get, I'll be honest, I didn't get it, was, let me get to the suite again. They have antique pearl. I think that's what they call them. Antique pearls. Right there. Adhesive back. I did not get those, but what I decided to do with this is use the, okay, now I've lost them. Here we go. Iridescent basic pearls. Okay. I've got some extras right there. I've got 3 little ones there. I could put 3 little ones on here. But I think I'd like to put, did you know you could use take your pick tool to pull your embellishments off of the cards? It's adhesive back embellishments. I've got a little smear right there, so I'm going to put one of them right there. And we're going to use a couple of these little ones. Maybe here. And here. Let's do unexpected. Unexpected. Because you would expect it to be over here, right? Especially with me and Miss get everything balanced. And I tend to do that. Yes, I do. In fact, I'm going to put 2 down here. And because they're beside each other, because there's 2, they'll get more attention. But because they're beside each other, they kind of serve as visually as 1. There's 2, 1, 1. Somebody loves you. It really does look like it needs something up here, doesn't it? I don't know. Okay, so is that enough? It's funny, I did this in a different color earlier, and it did not look so bare at the top for me. Let me show you what I did before. And like I said, I had used this one's in Balmy Blue, and it didn't look as bare to me up top. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, somebody loves you. So there you go, in Lost Lagoon and in Balmy Blue. And both of these papers are from this suite, the Storybook. It's not Storybook Friends, that's the stamp set. The Storybook, whatever it is. Storybook Moments, there we go. It's a good thing we're not dependent on my memory for the fate of the world, I'll tell you. Oh my God, it's so good. He doesn't ask me to do things. So you think it looks balanced okay. All right. And you know what? As I'm looking at them on the feedback there. I think they're both pretty good. Okay. Anyway, there's today's card. Once again, if you have a need for anything, if you want to get in touch with me, you can drop me a note at Teresa with Sassy Stamping at sassystampingwiththeresa.com. If you want to see what some of the last chance items are, you need to go online, and this is the link for that. One of the cool things about the last chance list is that we won't have any clearance list anymore. When things get to the point where they're it's the last chance to get them. They'll move to that list. And so if you see anything on that list that you would have been wondering whether you'd want to have, you might want to go ahead and order it because it might be gone. Okay. Again, today we're using the Storybook Moments Suite. It's on page 25 in the mini catalog, and the bundle we're using is Storybook Friends. That was the stamp and die bundle. So if there's nothing more, if you don't have any more questions, let me look here. Okay. Okay. So if we don't have it, yeah, Yvonne says maybe one of them is more at the bottom. Oh, this, okay. So Yvonne, are you talking about this one's got a softer print and this one's got more, it's a more in-your-face print? Yeah. That might be it. These two are not as, don't have as high a contrast as these two do, those two papers. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. That's probably what it is. Okay. So this one's got a more subtle color scheme, and this one's got a little bit more bright color scheme. So maybe using the using the brush there, the blending brush, to ink that worked out better. This one, if I'd inked it with the blending brush, it would have blended even more in there. So that's good. That was good. Thanks. I appreciate that input, that perspective. That helps. Okay. So back to my closing. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm always here to help. If there's anything I can do to help you with your Stampin' Up, with your talking through of anything. Like I said, I'm a good listener. And one of the things I really like to do is talk about how we understand God and how we understand what God's doing in our lives and stuff like that. So if you got any questions or any comments or anything like that about that sort of thing, you can drop me a note. Teresa at sassystampingwiththeresa.com. If you want me to pray for you, I will. Just let me know what the need is, and I will do my best to pray for you there. And keep in mind, till I see you next time, I might love you, but God loves you totally. God loves you just the way you are. And you don't find anybody on this earth that does that but Him. See you next week. Bye-bye.